y'all.
Hey,
Welcome to another episode with DOP. D here.
Ashley.
Blue.
And as
Yeah.
usual, we'll start with our moment of gratitude for the week. So, for me, although I am exhausted,
Mm.
I'm super grateful that I am moving. I am moving on to another area. I am moving on to bigger, better things, just a nicer space, a nicer environment. I'm just super grateful that I can afford it.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
feel super blessed. I have a lot of friends and family that are really showing up for me and really making this transition just really heartwarming and just amazing. So I just feel super loved
Yes.
um and yeah, I mean I can't complain. I am looking forward to sleeping properly again, but
Mm.
uh it's coming, guys. It's coming. I'm moving at the end of the month, so I'm almost there. But I'm super grateful to have just amazing people in my life and just to move on to another space. 8 years in one place is a long
Mm,
time.
mm-hmm.
It
So
is.
it's just way long. So, I feel like it's a sign of growth. So that's my
Good.
gratitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so happy and excited for you. Like, I'm so excited for this change, this
Ugh.
transition. I love new beginnings.
Oof.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
A
so
lot
happy
pumped
to
for you.
and
explore. A
I
lot to
can't wait
explore.
to show all of you guys my new space. As soon as I'm in there and it's set up, I will definitely give you guys a little tour of what's going on in there to my
Yes.
DOP fam.
Yes, 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 yes.
So that's me.
So with me, my moment of gratitude, I guess, is just growing up in an era where we really get to experience DMX and that hip hop era. So RIP to X, but like I'm happy that we got to experience that time in hip hop. So um, I wish we give our talented rappers and artists their flowers beforehand, but I've been definitely been bumping a lot of DMX the past 2 weeks now.
Mm.
So yeah, that's my moment of gratitude for sure.
Uh yeah, DMX was really he was iconic in our time for sure, for sure.
Iconic.
Still,
Yeah.
still
I
that
mean,
growl.
still,
Oh,
yeah,
like,
yeah. I definitely still get hype every time a DMX
yeah.
song comes up for sure. Yeah, he had a different situation going on. He was unique. He was unique to say the
Yes.
least.
Yes.
Yes,
May
Oh.
absolutely.
God hold him in his glory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even know if anyone would pray the way he prays. Like,
And a thug could get behind those prayers. Like you believed
Listen,
him. Like I
yes,
feel like he's the type, yo, I could slap the shit out of you, but I'm gonna pray for your healing and your spirit the next moment. And they were
yes.
both authentic. Okay?
both authentic. He believed it wholeheartedly. He thought it was right. He thought he was doing God's work. He's like, I need to throw you down so you could get back up. Yeah,
I love it. I love
100p,
it.
100p.
I love it.
But
Oh, that was a
yeah.
good one, Asham. Actually, in the spirit of like reminiscing, I was hanging with my cousin today, and I just went to go pick up something, and then it was one of those like great organic things that ended up being like a 2 hour conversation, and just talking about like childhood and like kind of like how good we had it and how things were simple, like even back to like the Nextel pager or
Mm.
like sidekick
That was
days.
my first phone. That Nextel, the silver one, the little
Mhm.
You were a chirper.
chirper all
Yeah.
day.
I was low
Woo!
key kind
The
of jealous
way
of
I
y'all.
loved that way I love that alarm that you could send to people. Like I would send my man that alarm shit. That shit would just go off. Woo, 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 woo. No
And
stopping it. It just happened. I'm like, that shit is mad ridiculous now that I think about it, to be fair, but
a
it was
little obnoxious, but
it
I
was
mean,
so obnoxious.
you knew who it was and what it was for. But yeah, it was cool. It was just like the way that, we used to take family trips and hang together, or just like how we were like that AOL AIM era and we kind of transitioned and, oh my gosh, or like TI-89 calculators and like, you
Yeah,
know,
we were a
Ooh.
transition generation for sure. We
what you
Oh,
were
got for me?
absolutely. No, I'm just thinking about those TI calculators. Like my favorite was the one with the games on it. So like I would have Tetris on my TI. Like
Ooh.
89, it was like TI 89 plus. So I had like
Mm.
Tetris, the teachers thought I was there like computing things, but I was just playing my
You were
Tetris in
computing.
class.
That's a maze. That's a maze. That's a little,
Yeah.
that's a brain tease right there. You were working them
Yes.
neurons. The
Oh,
neurons were
don't
working.
talk to me about Tetris because the way I remember one summer, me, my brother, and my cousin, we played it heavy on like we had it on the PlayStation, but you could like take out the game and then play a CD. So that was like,
Mm.
I think it was the Foxy Brown Broken Silence. I was listening to that heavy. Girl, I would be
Ooh.
in church and I would just be computing in my mind the different pieces that fit together. So unfocused, but
It's
Listen,
okay.
reminiscing is like a gift from God because, like, no matter what, I mean, we make things up. You know what I
right.
mean? It feels
Mhm.
simple. It felt amazing. It feels amazing from this perspective, but it's really just our memory. And I mean, I do think we were an amazing generation because we had best of both worlds. I
Yes,
Yes.
do think that.
I
But
agree.
reminiscing is a gift. It's a gift because you kind of
Mhm.
lose all the negative and you kind of just remember all the real amazing
Like
highlights.
relationships.
Yes, amen to some reminiscing.
That's what have people
Amen.
going back sometimes when you just
Amen
remember
to a
all the
little
good stuff.
deletion. Amen to a little memory deletion, baby.
One of my favorite movies is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with
Is that with
Oh,
Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey,
mm,
and
I
Kate
remember bits
Winslet.
and pieces of it.
But man, we could delete some
we
past
could
and that
delete some past.
Ooh, I
that was
might have
like
to see this on Netflix. I might have to watch it tonight.
it used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it's on there anymore,
They
but
be
I used to watch
doing
that.
Mm,
So that's a
go
good
Jim
one if you
Carrey.
want to kind of delete some memories out
okay,
your
okay.
mind.
I mean, listen, I have movie amnesia. I'm sure I've seen it, but I can't tell you about a movie sometimes that I watched a couple hours ago.
Seriously.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
ma'am,
I mean, I might be exaggerating, but surely, like a week later, I might have trouble vibing with you about what
heard
went
you,
down.
heard you.
I'm too focused on my present, like all the time. It'll just be going poof,
I
gone.
can't. Can I tell y'all about my present situation, which I think, is kind of leading to our topic? So
Yes.
you see how I have this whole situation going on up top here, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
It's an illusion.
Mm.
It's an illusion because girls, when y'all know, we're gonna talk about hair. We're gonna talk about hair for a minute because there's beauty in it, but child, there's also struggle in the beauty.
Labor.
Okay.
It's labor intensive.
So I would say I've been natural for over 10 years, right? Sometimes people come to
Ooh.
me like, girl, which I do appreciate. I love it. Like, hair is healthy, blah, blah, whatever. No creamy crack. I mean, do what you do if it works for you, but I rather not. Y'all, to this day, I'm still trying to figure out my go-to, my twist out, don't be twisting out when I need to go out. And like, I've never experienced a wash and go. Me and her not friends. I don't know her. We don't live on the same block. That's not my thing. But I live for a protective style. And right now, I have which I love, my little crochet locks. But it was time to come out. And can I tell y'all, I got so tired. The whole front of my head is out.
I know
Okay.
that life. I know that life.
But I know me. So I said, I gotta leave the back out or something. So this is just a high pony with a thick old, wrap. But right here, she's all out. She's all natural in the front here. She's twisted down, brought to the side, pinned up. And this is all you're getting. this is all you're going to get served
This is it.
because
And you serving. And you
This is it.
serving.
It
And no one would
works.
have known. No one would have never known.
no one will know.
Not a
No one will
soul.
know. But like, let me tell you, the transition, I'll start why it happened. I think I had went away and there was no real access to perm. Someone who was like, "Oh, I feel comfortable with you perm me." It was when I was in Ghana, so it was like, "Oh, they braiding hair for $10. Let's do it." And I couldn't last with the perms anymore. Like I would literally have my mom and my aunt do it same time, just so it could take. And I said, this ain't healthy. So whatever. Transition is here, is there, it's everywhere. But what are y'all struggles? Because I struggle daily, like daily.
Well, I mean, first of all, it was just a struggle for me to even go natural because hair is connected so much to beauty. And I always thought straight hair was beautiful. That's the only way I can be.
Right, right.
And growing up, even seeing my mom with straight hair, I'm like, I want that. That's what I want. And after a while, she's like, your hair is not manageable. Your hair is too tough. You don't have good hair. So I'm like, okay. Perm got smacked in my hair by the time I was like 8, 9 years old. So that's all I knew.
Okay.
That's
Mhm.
all I knew. Permed hair, straight hair. The moment I see a curl, a kink, I'm already
Mhm.
upset. Perm is already getting thrown in my hair every
Mhm.
4 weeks, not even 6 weeks. Every 4 weeks,
Right.
I would get a perm, and then on top of
Yeah.
that, I would definitely go to my Dominicans to get it blown out too because I don't even want to
That was an
even.
error.
Baby
That
Yep,
was
fine.
an error.
They
get
be
a
out here
perm,
lit.
and every week make sure it is blown dried out. So that's how I always thought that's how my hair should be. But it was interesting. Maybe how long I've been natural? Maybe 2017. So maybe 4 years. I'm still new to this game. Yeah, it was such a big decision for me. But I'm like seeing everyone going natural and owning their beauty, and I'm like, I don't find myself pretty with my hair.
Mm.
So I was like, well, I don't even know my hair. I've had permed hair for 20 plus years. I was like, okay,
Hmm.
let me see how it look with my hair. I don't supposedly like my hair, but I don't even know it. So I tried to transition for 2, 3 months. Blessed for people who transitioned longer than that because the kinkiness and the curliness with the
Too
straight,
much.
it was a lot happening. So I just and
Yeah.
I'm a person for a I'm a person who likes short hair, so I'm
Right.
surprised I actually have it in this poof for so long. I'm surprised I haven't cut it off yet. But I just big chopped it, and I just try to figure out,
I commend you for that.
just try to figure out who I
Yes.
was with this hair, my own hair, and kind of grew to like myself with my hair.
Mhm.
Because for a while I really thought I was ugly. I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't think I'm attractive. I
It's
don't
an
think,
adjustment. It's an
yeah,
adjustment to see yourself in just an entirely different light, really. Tough one.
absolutely. And I think the first time, and it's so crazy to think of it as a validation, but Marlu, we were at this soca brunch.
Mm.
We went to this
I
soca brunch,
remember.
and it was my first time really wearing,
So cute.
yeah, I had a kind of little, my little toit going on.
Mhm.
And I'm there with
Teeny
my,
Afro.
huh,
In case
teeny
Dal
weeny
needed to,
afro.
in case you needed a translation.
And I'm there dancing and drinking, and this dude like grabs me up, and he's like, "I just want to take you and your little fro home."
Woo!
And
Yes. Yes to that.
and I was just like, I think I needed to hear that. I need to hear that I'm still attractive with my with
Absolutely.
natural hair.
Right.
So it's crazy, but I remember that specific moment. I was like, okay, I can do this. This I am beautiful. I am beautiful.
Yes.
So
Yes, hair identity is huge. And I mean, for me, obviously my hair texture is super different, right? But my mother's hair texture is not like mine.
Mhm.
So my mom always permed her hair. So interestingly enough, when I was not very old, I was maybe 8 or so, like I got a Just for Kids. My mama put a Just for Kids
Really?
perm on my hair.
Wow.
But let me tell you, the Just for Kids said, you're not
Right.
gonna do that again. When I tell you my curls went nowhere, the shit went nowhere. My curls said, I am here and I am here to stay.
Wow.
So, which I'm thankful because obviously she never used it again or whatever. But there are growing pains to all hair types. I mean, like, for example, I remember I mean I still struggle to figure out well, now I'm a little bit better. My curls be looking a little lit, but when I was younger, my
Mhm.
flat ass curls with the gel, it was like 100 pounds of
Woo.
gel on the hair, you know what I mean? And then let's not talk about length. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
as a Latina, like there's this thing about having long, luscious hair. I don't want long, luscious hair when I have to comb out knots.
Mm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
want that. It's laborious. Like it's not easy, like having to like wash it and then detangle it, and then you have to do it more often. You go to sleep, the shits go flat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be using a shit ton of products. Like,
Right.
listen, I have pictures from my younger days that it was not cute. It was not cute. It wasn't. It wasn't. And then I did do things like keratin treatments because I'm
Mm.
like, oh, this is going to just make it so much easier for me on a daily basis. And to be
Right.
fair, it did. Like, I can wash and go. And that was an interesting thing. But and your curls do kind of come back. But then I realized like this isn't my hair. Like my curls are beautiful. Like
Mhm.
why am I manipulating my hair? And I mean, to be fair, now listen, I got no shame. I'll do a nice cute bun. Just if I don't feel like doing my hair, I don't need to be doing no keratin, no BS or
Honestly.
whatever. Just a cute little bun situation. Just do a
Right.
bun, Doris. And I
Bone and done.
kind of learned to do that. But I still be having like wish and dreams about certain things that I wish I could do to my hair. I'm not gonna lie. Like I love bangs. I love how bangs look on me. I look mad effing cute in bangs, but bangs are not for my hair type.
Really? Oh,
Unless
for the
Really?
unless
curls.
you're dedicated. Listen, unless you're mad dedicated and you're gonna be fixing up them bangs every day, like blow them out, but then you have like a blowout in the front and then curl in the back. I don't know. And
Mm.
I'm certainly not going to blow dry my hair straight every day.
No.
Right.
So what
That's
ends up
kind of cheap.
happening is you grab your little bangs and you start pinning them back, and then you got a permanent little pin back,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
But the way I wish I could do bangs, I can't lie to you guys. I want it so bad.
There's a wig for that. We can make that happen.
I
We
be
can
talking
make that
about getting a
happen.
wig every year for my birthday. I talk shit about getting a wig, yo,
Okay,
and
can
I
we
never do.
speak on the transition of wigs because it's not your mama's wigs, it's not your grandmama's wigs from way back when,
Nah,
like
wigs are popping.
Wigs have come such a far
so
way.
Everyone
far.
uses wigs. Every skin tone, every culture, everything.
Half
All of
wig, full wig,
men,
you
men,
part.
men and women
See,
alike.
don't do that.
I
Don't
wouldn't be
do
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if there were animal wigs
Nah, nah,
that.
men is getting hair care to the fullest.
in
Their
our
Mhm.
beard care.
There's a market for it. Oh, don't talk
Are they
about the
getting wait,
beard.
are they
Don't
getting
talk
extensions
about the
of their beard?
beard.
Are they getting this? I don't know, guys. Let me know. Is this happening? Like are men getting
If
extensions of their beard?
you, a man can go from night, like day and night when it comes to a beard. Like there could be like a ugly dude, but you
Ugly.
go for a beard, real trimmed up, real full. You can't have the
It's
patches.
their
It gotta
makeup.
be.
It's their makeup.
It
It's their
is.
It is
makeup.
their makeup.
It's their
It
makeup.
is.
I'm
And I'm
telling you
sorry
right
for the
now.
ones that don't grow a nice beard. I'm sorry, guys. It ain't for you. Keep your
Yeah,
skin
we're not
right.
really
Keep your
doing
skin right.
goatees anymore. We're not doing the pedo
Nah.
mustache. full beard
A
or
beard.
go home.
Full thing.
I'm telling y'all right now though, I met my
Mhm.
boyfriend with his beard and I told him like, I don't know, I've never seen you without your beard, so just keep the
I want to
beard.
see.
Go
Nah,
home.
but I be wanting. I want some full disclosure because I want to understand what kind of genes. No, no, no. I want to know what kind of genes you about to pass on to my babies. Nah, I need to see you
Valid
without
point.
it.
Valid
It's
point.
just like men want to see you without your makeup to ensure
Mhm.
what he's signing up for. Same thing. I want to see you beardless. I want to see what's happening under all of that because it's
It's
really a whole
true.
different human being.
It's
It's a
true.
mask.
It is a
It's a
mask.
mask.
It is a mask.
But no lie, thank God for that. They're getting a lot more pussy now.
No, they
They're
are.
getting a lot more
It just
pussy
does
now.
something. Because it just says, I want to ride you. It just says, let me moisten it up for you.
It says I'm gonna tickle your vajayjay.
It does.
I'm gonna
It
tickle that
does.
vajay.
And they know this.
And they
They
know
know
it.
this.
They know.
And
They
that's
know.
why they do it.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm
why.
all for it.
All for it. All for it. I'm
They
all
got
for it too. But I do want disclosure. I want to see an old. I want to see an old photograph. I want
Oh
to
Yeah.
yeah,
see
old photographs is fine.
just a one time, just a one time thing.
For
Let it
one
grow back.
time.
I don't know. I want to see your daddy without a beard. Something. I need something
Mm-hmm.
to let
Mm-hmm.
me know what you actually look like in real life,
All
like
day.
without it.
Yeah,
All
no,
day.
old photographs are important, but like currently, I'd be like, nah, okay, like just keep the beard. Like just keep the beard.
That's fair.
Oh, keep the beard. It's fine. It's cool.
We don't want to go too far. Like, I don't need you to be able to braid it. That's
Right.
not what I don't want. We're not in
No.
Philly.
We don't
Shout
want
out to them, but
zingy.
it's not my thing.
We don't want the religious beards. That's not what we're talking about.
No. Mm-mm.
That's not.
Mm-mm.
We're not talking about those. Just to clarify,
Hmm.
everyone, we want prepped, nice, cut, laid,
Trimmed,
greased,
All day.
groomed.
greased.
Yes.
Okay,
Moisturized, all of that.
Yes. Yes.
the whole
Yeah.
nine, the whole
Mm-hmm.
nine. Because men be having real struggles. Because I'm not gonna lie, I love me my black boys. I love them all day. But when their hair starts to get a little too long, they look different. Unless they have braids, you know what I mean? Like unless you got braids or you have locks,
I
which
think
are
it needs to
sexy,
do, as long
which
as
are
you trim it
sexy
up,
as
because when the
fuck.
sides
But
grow
when
out,
it
it's too much.
starts going a little too and it's not kept, no, fellas.
Listen, just
It's
like
a no for
them,
me.
we
It's a
have
no
a
for me.
transition phase, and
Right.
that transition phase
Listen,
don't
keep
look for me. You hope
no
to do it in the winter because you can have like a beanie, a scully
put
on.
something on. Put something on. They can put on your little what are the wraps? Why am I forgetting the name of the
Do dudes have wrap? Oh, like do
do
rags.
rags? The do
Okay.
rag.
But you can't wear them
Put a fucking
everywhere.
do rag on.
Like,
Listen,
I
most
could
of
wear my
y'all
head
are
wrap
working
all day
from home.
long.
Most of them are working from home right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, and that's
Listen,
another thing actually, with even in the transition phase and like wearing wraps, I almost feel like only one or two times have I ever worn it to work. Now, my job is predominantly like white people, and granted, they have a lot of Jews who wear head coverings, and that's,
Hmm.
religious purposes. But I do enjoy a nice little situation when you don't, kind of like your messy bun,
yeah,
like head wraps. I don't want to
yeah.
show my hair, but I don't know why I've always felt, and I kind of still do, feel self-conscious about wearing it. Like it almost feels like I'm too black.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I already got my natural hair out, and I'm not always gelling down the sides because we could talk about the whole gelling down to almost kind of like
mimic
toning it down. It's
to
almost like
mimic,
toning it down and making it
to
more
mimic your
appealing.
blowout, to mimic a blowout, basically.
You know what I mean? Almost like I have good hair. Like my hair is not like 4C. My hair is like 4FGHI. It's up there. You know what I mean? It's manageable, but it's very kinky and very tight. And even within, I feel like the black hair community, most of the pages are hair textures that are not like mine, that
Correct.
are super manageable. And it's like I can't go to you for advice because we don't have the same hair texture, like at all, at all. So I think that in itself, like I think it did take some time, and that's why I was, God bless you. Actually, I was never able to do the big chop because I knew one when I transitioned, I did a lot of weaves and wigs and braids and stuff like that, protective styling as it grew out. And I just know like if I need to pull out a bun and gel that bitch down, I need that option. Like I didn't wasn't feeling like that kind of confidence where I could like style it up, small afro, like
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
don't know. And it is
Oh
a
my
very big
gosh.
identity thing.
It
And it
is.
Yeah.
makes you, especially, I mean, Eurocentric, idea of beauty. And even now, laws are still being passed. Like, was it last month? I forget which state where they're like, they cannot discriminate against your hairstyle.
Yeah.
Hairstyle.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
It's a huge movement. Like I've had several calls where at
Gonna
work
find a photo.
where we
Hmm.
discuss blah blah blah, which actually I'm losing light by the second, y'all. I don't know if y'all can still see my face. I'm losing all the
Yes.
natural light I had before. But anyway, but yes, there we've had several like big calls at my job about being conscious about standing up for our protective hairstyles and being
Hmm.
proud to wear our protective hairstyles and be okay with showing out our natural hair. Like, because 100%, it's something that we're talking about now, but that discrimination has been happening for forever and ever.
The army, I remember when I went to go apply for my job, I was natural. And my mom was like, you need to get a perm.
Hmm.
And as crazy as it sounds, like
Thought about it.
I believe her. Like
Hmm.
it's real. Whether and it might be an unconscious bias,
Hmm.
but it's real. Even my sister, she had braids at the time she went to go apply. We found a wig for her. My friend had braids and she took them out so quick and threw in a weave because
Yep.
Yep.
that could be the difference of how your livelihood,
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
you
Every
know?
interview I've been on, I've worn a wig. Every single interview I've been on, I've worn a wig.
Yep.
I
Yep.
have to.
And it's
I need to show that good hair. It's
and you
more
don't want to ever
presentable.
give that one reason to be like, whether they realize it, whether they can put their finger on it or not. Oh, it doesn't fit with our culture here. Something like whatever. We don't
Hmm.
want to give them that reason, and that's sad, but it is facts of life.
Yeah, it's definitely a reality. I just really hope that, we're standing up more, right? About it. Like,
Right.
I'm just hoping we're not giving in as often. Because otherwise it's never going to change.
Right.
Like if you continue to provide them what they want without making it uncomfortable and flooding the market with it, you know what I mean? Like flooding the market with who we are, instead of masking it, we have very little chances of progress,
Yeah.
right? Because we're succumbing. I mean, which is why we have the natural hair movement, because we realize like, hey, we have to stand up with our actual identity,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
which I think is incredibly important, incredibly important.
That's true.
absolutely.
And it's
Because
so versatile, and it comes in so many different forms.
Honestly, I've even done it. And let me tell you, and for me, it's something I wanted to mention earlier. Like for me, it was like haircuts. So
Hmm.
like or at least like for a long time, like who were you going to get short haircuts catered to curly hair?
hmm
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like you would go to the hair salon, but they're cutting your hair wet and
hmm
straightening it to cut it, but that's not your curl pattern.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like when we finally had this movement of like seeing a lot of people that are cutting hair with your natural hair pattern, I mean, it changed the game where I can be like, "Oh, snaps, I can go short without feeling like I have to straighten my hair constantly, and if not,
correct,
I have to put it in a pony."
Yeah.
correct.
Because that was the
It
reality.
it's so true. Because after I did the whole big cut, I was like, I need to find a hairstylist, and that's when I found my hairstylist, and I was just amazed because I wasn't used to it. like my hair is dry and she's literally cutting and trimming my hair and I'm like, how does
This is
how
how
is
you
this
wear
working?
it.
What my hair is not wet, it's not straight. I was so
Mm.
thrown by it. She's just legit just cutting it. And I'm like, oh wow, like she's really cutting it to how it should look and frame me. And that was an adjustment in itself. Just getting
Correct.
used to trims like that.
That's
You're
crazy.
like, hey, are they doing this right? But it's like, yes,
Yeah.
because your curl, not every curl curls the same way.
Right.
Like that's
And
just,
you
I mean,
can't
it's
see how it's
organic.
going to look if it's wet and straight.
Correct.
Mhm.
Correct.
Mhm.
That just seems like common sense, but you're right.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, unless I didn't have the knowledge. And to be fair, when we were growing up, the internet isn't what it is now. So if it was out there, I didn't know where to find it. But I feel like it's definitely been something that has really hit mainstream, in the last couple of years, where you really feel you can find a lot of people that are catering to curl patterns.
Yes. And I will say though, it has given me a sense of ownership, like you were saying, Ash, because a lot of times it's a lot of trial and error figuring it out. It has to either you're always going to have to go to someone, or you might need to figure out how to do your hair yourself. And you
Mhm.
know, I could do a little something when I feel like it, you
Mhm.
Hmm.
know? And then I also realize, like, even when it comes to like my daughter, because she got hair and somebody got to do it. And I'm not
Mhm.
paying 80, 100 every 2 weeks to get it done. But I had to learn how to do that. So now you have to, you become more conscious of the things that you put in it, how you do it, what works. Her hair texture is not like my hair texture. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And I think it also made me realize, I think, how us growing up, like special occasion hair does not need to be straight hair.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
I think I still need to, as I'm still working through
Hmm.
the issues of having curly hair, I still need to come to terms with that because if I'm going out, to me, I'm like, oh, let me straighten my hair because
Right,
that's what's beautiful.
right.
So I'm still trying to work through that.
But I mean, I do think, I mean, I don't straighten my hair nowhere near as often as I used to, but I do like the idea of changing it up. It's an option.
For sure.
I just think that changing the necessity of having it a certain way to, impress, or like you don't, that feeling of not feeling as beautiful, for sure, because that
Yeah.
100% is, I mean, and I'll tell you, because my family 100p, like they'll be like, if they want to be fancy and cute, it's let's straighten
Right.
the hair. Yeah,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how
100p.
I feel.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, if I want to be cute, I have to
Hmm.
straighten my hair. And I'm still trying to process that. So
Yeah.
like, what was it? The wedding in your cousin's wedding in November. I was like, no, I don't need to straighten my hair because I was like, oh my gosh, I need to straighten my hair, and I had to catch myself. I was like, I do not need to. There's plenty of natural hairstyles, so
Yes.
that's why I end up going with
And
the
you
crown
look
hairstyle.
good. And
Which
you
was
look
Thank you,
beautiful. I love
thank
crown
you.
hairstyles. They're amazing. There's
But
so
no,
many.
it's
There's so
true.
many options.
I
There's so
have to
many
Yeah.
remind
options.
myself that it doesn't need to be straight and it doesn't need to be like waist length either. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Because we're not all Barbies. Like that's not what it needs to be to all of a sudden you're beautiful, and I almost feel like growing up, if you didn't like have like the Halle Berry, then it was like that or long. Like that's it.
That's
Otherwise
it.
you was just like a
That's
nappy
it.
head ho, I don't know.
Oh my God, the biggest moment where I felt this like freedom and independence was when I went to go study abroad, and I finally
Mm,
said, screw what my whole family says about having my hair long. And I cut that bad boy up to here. And I
remember.
was like, ooh, I don't get me wrong, those first couple of days were like, ooh, what did
You
I
you want to
do?
glue it all back.
do I
Yep.
look do I look good? Like, I don't know. I don't know my angle. You're trying to find the angle where your face looks the best in it. It did take me a few days, and then once I found my flow, I was like, this is so liberating. And like,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
why not? Like, it's just hair. Like, hair is a form of expression. And
Right.
like, I should be allowed to and not feel so like attached to having to have it a certain way. It's like so
Yeah,
weird. It's like this like identity that we build around hair.
absolutely.
Society. It's
It's
such a shame.
Absolutely.
beast. It's beast.
Yep.
I
Society, I
still,
tell
by
you.
the way, I saw this girl at the bakery shop. Uh, when was it? Yesterday or the day before? And man, she had the cutest, really low curly cut. And I said, "Ooh, my mama about to be mad." But maybe in a year or so, I may get that bold, and I might do even shorter than this. I might go like
Okay.
short, short, and it's
Do
like it
it.
grows back. Like
It
it
Yes.
really
grows
does.
back. Like it's
Esther
not
too.
that real. Faster too. That should be like doo 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 doo.
Yes.
Like I mean, the in between stages can get awkward,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
whatever. No,
I
so
But
know.
how
fucking
many people
awkward.
did we know hang on to dry, brittle, thin
Ooh,
hair just because it
yes.
had length? Girl, cut
Mm-hmm.
that dead weight and
Listen,
get your life
cut
together.
that. Listen, please cut that dead ass hair off just to say that you got waist length hair.
Now,
Looking mad
girl.
dusty. And listen, women that got really like small amounts of hair, like you can't be out here trying to do that unless you're gonna get some. No, you can't. Like it looks puffier when you have it shorter. Like it looks fuller.
It
Yeah,
does.
absolutely. It does.
It
And
does.
don't if your hair is curly, do not straighten it if you have like three pieces of hair,
Yep.
in my opinion. It's like leave it natural. It looks, in my opinion, it looks better. But I mean, to each his own, go Godspeed. But like, I don't
I
know.
hear that. I hear
I
that.
don't
Oh
know.
gosh. At any
So,
rate, I just wanted to show this photo. I don't
Oh my
know if
God,
Kanisha.
yes. I love this photo.
oh, look at you. Y'all look so
That's
different.
that's your baby's
your
birthday.
kid's baby shower birthday. It was one of their birthdays. So
Yeah,
we went
that
to
was
the amusement
amusement
park.
park.
Oh, oh, oh. I
Yeah.
was like, I had to have been there. Oh my goodness.
You
Yes,
were there.
you were there. You were there. You
You
were
were
you
there.
were busy doing something, and you
Oh
were like,
my
"Oh, let's
God.
go in this photo booth."
I
But I
love it. I
really
love
like
it.
these photos because of like it was one of the few times like I wore like my fro. Like that was it.
Owned it.
I
Owned
just
it.
owned my fro.
And that's what it is.
I got a once again I got it all trimmed up, and I'm like kind of was like what's happening, and I was like, oh, she shaped it that if I want to wear a fro, I could rock a fro,
Yeah.
and I was like that was like my first time wearing my fro, and I realized like oh my gosh, like there's
I
something
love a well done
amazing.
fro.
Yeah, I was like there's something amazing about wearing
Yeah.
a fro. So
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh
It
yeah,
my God,
almost
but
feels
own
like
your
a
I
beautiful
know.
act of
fro.
resistance within itself. And I'm always here for like some good agitation. So
Hmm.
I will
That
always
reminds me of like
be.
I would see pictures of my uncles in their fros, like nice,
Yes,
well
Mhm.
kept fros back in the day, and it was like
yes.
a cool thing. And then I don't know, somewhere along the line, it was like you got to have these shape ups.
You know, you got to get a real job. And the white man said, and whatever, whatever, whatever.
I mean, don't get me
Yes.
wrong. The really sloppy froze where like you're really not doing anything to it, like you're not trying to maintain it. I don't know. But for the men that are actually taking care and they're like getting their fro right, I think it's so fucking cute. Like so
Like,
fucking cute.
listen, I don't think I could really get into someone who goes like full Basquiat, like on a Jay-Z level. But I can respect it though. I can respect it because it's not
Yeah.
like by accident. Like this is whether that's almost your own form of protest, whether it's you reach a point where you don't feel like you need to conform to the typical way to be successful in America, then I'm not mad at it. So it's just like another way of self-love. And I hope
Yes.
that we
That's
all can, even in the little bits of things, and if you can go out with your fro, you can do whatever, you can go for the big chop, like embrace it and, you know,
Do what
Ah,
makes you feel good and fuck the rest.
hmm.
Like there is no right or wrong.
There
Like it's
isn't.
whatever, like express yourself, like play around, like try new things. Like we'd be surprised what we can come to when we
Yeah.
just feel free to explore instead of feeling, boxed into this one definition of beauty.
Word. You like it, I love it. So there's
Uh,
that.
I loved this conversation. Please, like, let us know if you guys enjoyed this conversation and tell me y'all hair struggles. I know that we all have our hair struggles. I know white women be having their own hair struggles. That shit gets mad greasy, mad fast. They have to wash their hair very often. We all have our struggles. Like, it's true. Like, that thin hair, like, that shit needs washing constantly.
We,
If not once a day, twice a day, like,
mm-mm.
it's a lot.
We gotta wrap this up. No, no, no.
I'm
I just
sorry,
wanted
you gotta go.
I needed to point out that, like, let's not get it twisted. They be having their own issues. They might not be saying, but it's out here. Y'all definitely use a lot more shampoo than I
Ma'am,
do. And I'm
ma'am,
sure that shampoo budget is definitely higher than mine.
ma'am.
It is. It is. I
We love
had to
y'all.
end on a funny
We
note. I love you guys.
Listen, I hope y'all have a blessed week. Y'all love y'all hair. Do something crazy. Do what you like. Do what you love.
own y'all here.
Own
Yes,
your hair. We love you. And to the queen
To the queen in
in
yes.
you.
To the queen
you.
in you.
Till next time, ladies.
Till next time, like,
Love y'all.
comment, subscribe.
All of that.